Are you the same Michelle Andrea Garces who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 2289 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on January 27, 2021 for a period of 2 years and extended for a total of 1 year? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Michelle Andrea Garces, is in and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April 2023, May 2023, June 2023, and July 2023, a violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
All right, court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
State is requesting one of two options. One would be safety with an extension, Your Honor, or revocation.
All right, and defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting that she be extended, but that she be placed on a mental health caseload and evaluated in that respect, because we believe that's where her needs are.
All right, so why wasn't she reporting?
Judge, so she was going through a mental health crisis while she was participating through the felony drug court. She was taken to Laurel Ridge. That caused an issue, caused her to be exited from the program she was with felony drug court. After that, she did not contact me, did not report after that. She knew that she had a warrant out for an MTR. She's been participating with the Center for Healthcare Services, getting her meds, getting her counseling through them. She represents to me that she's clean today, so I suggest, or I would propose that we have her drug tested. Because I don't believe at this point that her needs are primarily simply substance abuse. She's been diagnosed as bipolar. She's got PTSD. She's been sexually abused in her past. She had a difficult upbringing, given that she is a lesbian and that was not accepted in her household until very recently. And so all of those factors together have put Ms. Garces in a position where she certainly does have some very substantial mental health needs. Judge, I've got some documents from the Center for Healthcare Services the state's reviewed and has no objection to that indicate that she's been diagnosed consistent with those diagnoses. Indicates that she is going to the Center for Healthcare Services. Indicates that she's been prescribed medication and is staying on those meds.
All right, so it still doesn't explain to me why she disappeared for all of those months.
Well, she got exited and she didn't make good decisions. Had she contacted me, Judge, obviously we would have come back to the court and communicated to the court. Unfortunately, Michelle, like with most people in this court, didn't deal with the problem until she got arrested.
All right, and see, the problem the court has is this is not her first motion to revoke. So, probation?
Judge, probation. They stand either safety or revocation.
Those are your choices.
And Judge, I don't think that adequately addresses the mental health needs that she's got. And certainly we haven't addressed that to this point. And without those, I don't think that she was ever going to be successful. And I know that was not communicated to the court, but I'm doing that now. Once again, I propose that we have her drug tested. If she's clean, and we know that she's got some control over her drug issues.
So here's your problem. You were in felony drug court, and I know that felony drug court would address mental health issues, but if you're not showing up, then they can't address mental health issues. Right. And you were previously on the mental health caseload. So your options are you can go to SafeP, or if you want to be revoked and just do your time, I can revoke you and I can sentence you. I'll sentence you to 3 years in the prison. So which do you prefer? So those are your options, SafeP or either revoke for 3 years.
Could we step aside, Judge?
Yeah. Yes, you can step aside in the box.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And what I'll do is, counsel, I can bring you all back at 1:30.
Okay.
All right. Yep,
So she's gonna be able to book?
yes, she's gonna, go into custody. Well, because
No, I understand, yeah, I understand what the court's saying.
all right, and we're gonna take our break, everyone. We're back on the record on 2020 CR 2289, State of Texas versus Michelle Garces. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Stableman, standing in for Jason Garrett.
Defense?
Louis Martinez on behalf of Ms. Garces.
All right, so I gave you two choices. Which do you choose?
And Judge, if I could just prevail upon the court again to consider alternate resolutions. Once again, if I'd ask the court to give her a UA today, and if she's clean, I think that demonstrates that maybe sending her to safety would be not what she needs. It might be a waste of resources at that time. Because obviously she's got a very demonstrated mental health issue. And I think that that needs to be addressed. And if we're not getting that addressed, then I don't think that she's going to be successful down the road regardless.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I'd ask the court to just to consider that because I don't think it's, just a rampant substance abuse problem. I think that she has underlying mental health issues.
All right. And so what I said before is felony drug court would address all of that. So you have two choices. You can go to prison. I'll revoke you because you have been missing for a while, or you can go to safety. Those are your two choices. Which do you choose?
How long was the prison? What was the prison?
Or a 3-year prison. Or so you probably everybody.
Ma'am, I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. I never been in trouble before.
Okay, let me just tell you something. You know who the wrong crowd is? If the people you were hanging out were here before me with a motion to revoke, they would say that they were hanging out with the wrong crowd. And then I would ask them who that is, and it would be you. When people say they're hanging out with the wrong crowd, you are a part of the wrong crowd. So
Yes, ma'am.
you were placed in felony drug court, and I want you to internalize what I'm saying. Felony drug court has a dual diagnosis program where they will help you with mental health. They'll help you with drug issues. They will get you clean and sober. And once you're clean and sober, they'll diagnose the mental health issues you may have. But if you run away from the program, there's nothing they can do. And according to your motion to revoke, you have been missing April, May, June, July. You were missing.
And Judge, would the court allow her to explain what happened that got her off track in felony drug court?
Oh, sure, she can explain what happened, but you have your two choices. It's either it's getting revoked or you're going to safety. Those are your two choices.
Well, I had got COVID as well too, so that's why too I was out for so long as well. And when I was in Lower Ridge for about a month, and they sent me to Wimberley, Texas as well. So this is why all those months I was missing. It was not because I was running or anything like that. I was just trying to get my mental state focus, trying to figure out.
And what I'm telling you is felony drug court was trying to help you with your mental health treatment and your drug treatment, and you're not there. So you have two choices. You can be revoked or you can go to safety. Those are your two choices. You made a choice, and your choice was to leave, and you've been missing for these many months. Unless you were in ICU in a coma,
Well,
You're either-
I had COVID. I couldn't be in front of anybody or go to the courts or anything.
you left felony drug court. You left.
I didn't leave, ma'am. I went to Laura Ridge. I didn't leave. I went that next day to Laura Ridge. I didn't run away from it or anything like that. I didn't.
Okay, you have two choices. And those are your two choices.
And Judge, another concern I've got is that she is in a Social Security appeal that she's almost done with. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to get that process ended with her being over at safety.
Mhm.
And that is good. That's going to be necessary for her getting funding for treatment in the future. That's going to be necessary for her to fund her SSDI. And so for those reasons, we also ask the court to consider not sending her to an inpatient, allowing her to be on a leg monitor, outpatient services, mental health services, to continue going through Center for Healthcare Services, which is what she's doing right now. It seems to be working for her situation.
All right, you have two choices, prison or inpatient treatment. Which do you choose?
I can't have outpatient or something.
You have two choices, prison
I would-
or inpatient treatment.
Inpatient treatment. You get out about the same time. I don't get.
What should I do, Mom? So I get the treatment?
No, here's the thing, time out. This is not like The Price is Right where you turn around and ask people what's the best
I just
choice.
asked you my
No.
mom.
Here's the thing. You can't ask other people what's the best choice for you because guess what? At the end of the day, your mom is not going to be doing time at the prison. She's not going to be doing inpatient treatment. It's 100% you. Now, if you need some time to sit in the box and discuss things with your attorney, you're more than welcome to do so. But it's your choice you got to make. And if you don't make a choice by 3 p.m., I'm going to make the choice. So I'm giving you a choice, prison or inpatient treatment. Those are your two choices. There are no other choices on the table for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so you all can have a seat in the box and you can discuss things with
Yes,
her.
ma'am, thank you.
All right, we're back on the record in 2020 CR 2289. Ms. Garza, what do you wish to do?
The treatment,
I'm sorry?
the safety.
All right. Court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safety. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
Judge, in order for her to do that, we needed to send her 3 years.
Extend for how long? And extend 3 years. Is there anything else?
I mean, obviously, Judge, if she comes out and she's doing better, we can talk to the court about
Yes.
the length of that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. That's Vashon's brain. Court is calling 2024 CR 009591, State of Texas versus Kimberly Villanueva. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Andrew Harris Edelman.
for the defense?
Danielle Cranberg?
And are you Miss Villanueva?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record. Excuse me, Mr. Folsom.
Okay.
Mr. Folsom, you're talking too loud. We're on the record. That's okay. All right, and it'd probably be best that you have a seat. You're charged with the offense of theft of property less than $2,500, 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. The state recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration AL 2181212. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Honor. We would ask for the court to follow the agreement. She is willing to do the probation. She is not currently employed, but she's seeking employment. She does have call center experience. She's hoping to get another work from home job at a call center and to help take care of her father who is currently sick.
All right. So I have a question for you. You say you're taking care of your father, is that correct?
Not really. He's actually has cancer, so he's dying of cancer already.
I'm sorry, what?
He's dying of cancer. He has stage 4 liver cancer.
All right, so my question is, are you taking care of
No,
him?
ma'am.
That was a misstatement on my part, Judge. I guess I mean to spend time with him while she can.
All right. So here's the other question. When's the last time you had employment?
Last year at Speedy's Exchange. With Speedy Exchange, yes.
Doing what?
Call center, telephone representative.
All right, why do you continue to steal?
Because I haven't been able to get a job due to my
Oh.
felonies, my history. But I'm still seeking for employment, ma'am.
No, this is not the first time you're stealing. I'm trying to figure out why your go-to is stealing. What if everybody who didn't have a job decided to steal? So you have prior theft cases and they were all state jail felonies. So why do you continue to steal? And according to this, you've been stealing since 2014 and you just want to stop stealing. So you're stealing and you're using drugs. Why is this?
Well, the past, yes, my last ones, yes, ma'am. I was a addict. I'm no longer using. I've been sober for quite a couple of years already. I did have a fallback to say, that one time with this recent case that I have. But I haven't picked up a charge since 2013 for theft. I've been,
No,
I've been-
not since 2013, because you have this and this is from 2023.
right, that was the most recent one, yes, ma'am.
So
But
why do you
prior-
keep stealing? It's still not answering my question. I don't understand.
I was going through some personal issues at the moment with my kids,
With what?
with my kids being taken away.
Okay.
So I went to what I knew best.
But your children, were they taken away because you were using drugs?
No, ma'am, for allegations.
What allegations?
Of using drugs and then like using drugs basically.
All right, for using drugs. So when were they taken away from you?
That's
And who are they staying with?
they're they've been adopted.
All right, so your rights were terminated. So here's my question. And you know yourself better than I know you, better than your attorney knows you. Do you really think you're going to do well at this probation? Because you had a choice to do what you needed to do and have custody of your children, and you chose to commit thefts and continue to use.
Yes, ma'am, because I didn't have to get my children back, but
I'm sorry, what?
yes, I do. I feel like the probation was with me, right? I will do my complete probation. I've completed probation before successfully. Again, I had a fall, I had a tip, you know, I'm trying to go back to that last time, I'm just trying to do right, but times are hard.
And if you're drug tested today, and you will be, what is the results going to be? Tell the truth.
I'll be positive for marijuana.
And what else?
Marijuana.
So you're telling me when you're drug tested today, you're only going to be positive for marijuana? So if I send you across the hallway to get drug tested, I mean, that can happen today. And you're saying it's just going to be marijuana. All right. We can have a drug test done. Is there anything you want to say before I send you to go do your drug test? All right. So, I'm going to find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. We're going to recall this for tomorrow. She's going to do a drug test today.
You can tell her that.
I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Is there something she wants to say?
There is, yeah.
Oh, what would you wish to say to the court?
Yes, I get positive for the
I'm sorry, what?
I'm putting on my 10 positive for the drug advance.
And what would that be? All right, so why are you playing games with me? Well, no, that means you were dishonest with the court. I asked you, what would you be positive for? You said marijuana, nothing else. I told you I could send you right across the hallway to get drug tested. And you said, please do. You know, send me. I'm not going to be positive for anything else. So now you're telling me it's going to be meth. When's the last time you used meth? All right. And what else? All right. And who are you living with?
Currently, with my grandmother.
And how many children does she have living with her other than you?
No.
So if probation goes out there at that house, you're going to tell me that there are not going to be any minors at that house. So who all is in the house?
So it's just myself and my husband.
I'm sorry, who?
Myself and my husband.
At your grandmother's house.
My grandmother's deceased. Passed, like she's passed away last year, December, but it's her house. We were staying at her house. It's her property.
So I'm confused. She said she's living with her grandmother.
No, she's living at her
Grandmother's.
grandmother's house.
No, beforehand, she's like, I'm living with my grandmother. So now she's staying at her grandmother's house. And it's just her and her husband at her grandmother's house.
Yeah, I guess I missed the part where she said she was staying with her grandmother. I
Okay.
didn't hear that part. I just heard grandmother's house, but.
So it's just you and your husband at your grandmother's house. And there are no children at that location. And how often is he using?
I think it isn't you.
Okay, usually when people use, the people they're with usually use.
He doesn't do, but I'm not. He doesn't do.
All right, I'm gonna place you on probation, but I'm telling you right now, probation is gonna make visits at that location. Do you understand? All right. Court is gonna sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Walmarts. And that means any Walmart. Good luck to you in this court to be successful on probation. Communication is key, okay? All right, good luck.